Humans of the cardboard, welcome back to Just Nuts, guys. It is about time we go over another Yu-Gi-Oh! News overview for the future. I like doing this every couple of months because Konami's constantly churning out more news content, more hype stuff down the line. They're always keeping us up to date on that stuff. But it's a lot to follow, and I understand if a regular Yu-Gi-Oh! Fan doesn't necessarily keep their eyes on that kind of stuff, but that's why I'm here. I'm here to make it easy. I'm here to make it simple for you to keep in your mind, and there's a lot of actual applications for this as well. You know, if you want to stay just more plugged into news, this gives you an easier way to stay tuned in during what times and when to expect certain news stuff to get announced, as well as even financially. Sometimes it gives you a better timeline, a little more space for you to be able to set aside funds for upcoming products you're really interested in, or even in testing wise, right? You can start to test something early. If you test something too early, you might get burnt out on it. If you test something too late, you may not be ready in the time you want to by the time that stuff's coming out. So I think there's a lot of applications here, but I'm going to go over everything that we have upcoming news-wise that I think is important to note, and I'll obviously we'll start with OCG. I think that makes the most sense. In my opinion, the OCG news is much more important than the TCG news, like always, because we always just lag 3 months behind from them. So anything that comes out in the OCG, we can almost just take it and say, yeah, we'll get this in 3 months after them. So it's pretty simple, but that's where all the new stuff comes out. So we're going to go in chronological order, starting with the OCG stuff, and then we'll move to the TCG stuff, which is where, you know, me and most of my subscriber base tends to play in. So, all right, first up, we start with Animation Chronicle. This one is right around the corner. This is dropping June 22nd. That's in 5 days, but there's one card unrevealed, so this one almost didn't even get added onto this list. It is the 5th slot in the set, which means, I believe where it lands, it's either the last DM card or it's the first GX card. Don't know which one it is. We'll obviously find out probably either tonight or tomorrow, if I had to guess, is when they'll reveal it. And yeah, and then we'll finally have all of Animation Chronicle all done. I'm a little bit disappointed in this set overall. Honestly, there's very few cards that I think are actual potential, especially following up last year that had Bonfire and Transaction Rollback and Buzz King. There were a lot of interesting cards in there. Not a lot, but a handful that were really interesting. Not as much here, but still, one more card to go. We'll find that out in the next 2 or 3 days for sure. All right, next up we move to Rage of the Abyss in the OCG. This is dropping for them July 27th. So we are about a month and a week, a little over a month and a week to go. 40 days, I believe, is what it comes out to, more or less. Right now we had 32 cards revealed, which leaves us with 48 slots left. There are 48 cards to go, 40 days. We're kind of already into the meat and potatoes. We had a really, really huge week of reveals last week for this set, which was really, really hyped. There were a good amount of interesting stuff there. So I just expect it to kind of keep steady. We may not get an insane amount of reveals every single week, but we'll get 1 or 2 things a week, 1 or 2 things a week, 1 or 2 things a week, and then when we're a month out, they're going to get a little heavier down the stretch there and really pump out the final stuff. Excited to see. I think there's been some cool stuff revealed so far for this set, so hopefully they keep up the hype and they keep that going. But yeah, that one's we're basically right in the middle of this set getting revealed. Next up, we move to Deck Build Pack Crossover Breakers. We just got this. This was part of the reveals last week. I believe it's got revealed on Friday, funny enough. It's not normally a day we have reveals on. We didn't have any new cards revealed for this set, but we did have all the artworks revealed. So we had it confirmed that the new archetypes are Malice, Riziel, and wow, the names are so different than they were before. I guess new translations, but this is the Ryuga, I think is the name of those dragons, whatever. You can look into those artworks if you want. Basically, we don't know much about them except one sentence of little hint as to what the archetype might have going on about it. This is not coming out in the OCG until August 24th, so we're a little over 2 months away on this one. So we're a little bit away, but not too far, to be honest, because of the way they like to break this one up. If they go by the standard procedure that they like to do for the reveals of deck build packs, they've already revealed the art, which means I think in the next 3 weeks we will get the first archetype revealed, every single card except for one. Then 3 weeks from there-ish, it's never exactly 3 weeks, but it's a 3-ish week span, we will get the second archetype fully revealed except for one card. And then 3 weeks from there, we'll get the third archetype, somewhere within a month of the actual set coming out. We'll get the final archetype except for one card. And then coming down the stretch, in the last 2 weeks before the set comes out, we will get the final card for each archetype revealed separately. They like to do that to kind of like keep hype going all the way up until the set comes out. I think it's a smart strategy. They tend to hold off pretty good cards even for those final reveals. So don't take all these archetypes at face value until you've seen those final cards. But really exciting. I'm really excited for Malice specifically. Seems to be an Alice in Wonderland based archetype so far, just on people's predictions. But well, I can't wait to see what more comes out of that. And the final set, as far as like totally known sets that we know are coming, is the structure deck advent of the Blue Eyes. This is the only structure deck we've really gotten this year, which is pretty interesting. For them, they're not getting it until September 7th in the OCG. A little bit later than normal, I think, from what we normally see, but definitely a little scary. Blue Eyes has a lot of good cards, and if they get 8 new good cards, like Blue Eyes could be legit competitive again. On top of that, we just kind of got more normal monster support, so even that could help them out as well. There's definitely some intrigue here for sure. We have nothing revealed for this so far, but we're a whole, I guess we are technically under 3 months away, so it's not that far away, but my guess, I think somewhat similar on a timeline to the deck build pack. It'll be like 3 weeks from now-ish, we may get the first 3 new cards revealed for Blue Eyes. Then a couple weeks down from that, we'll get 2 or 3 more cards revealed. And then we'll get 1 more card, and then we'll get like 1 final card within 2 or 3 weeks of the set actually coming out. That's my prediction. That's normally how they tend to go. They like to just do a couple cards at a time. It's 8 whole cards. They don't want to reveal it. They don't want to blow their load, reveal all the cards all at once. It just doesn't make sense for them. They want to keep the hype perpetually going up until the set comes out. So that makes sense to me. There was nothing super glaring as far as sets we haven't had announced yet. Like, it all kind of made sense to me. There was one set, however, that I've already kind of done a discussion about, and I really wanted to mention that here, that I think is worth noting. Terminal World was the set revealed last year, and Konami does this. They come out with named sets. We had Link Vrains, then we had Link Vrains 2 and Link Vrains 3. That's because Link Vrains 1 was pretty successful. Now, I don't know the exact numbers for Terminal World last year, how it performed, but all I know is we're getting Battles of Legend, and I'm hearing a ton of people in the TCG saying, wow, all the cards from the Terminal World set are coming here, and it seems like a pretty cool set. So if it did well in the OCG, why wouldn't they do a second one in the OCG this year? Basically having a Terminal World 2, same thing as Link Vrains 2. If they do that, we could get 4 more archetypes from Link Vrains, getting 4 new cards of support each. They were pretty successful here. Say what you want, you don't have to love Gen X, but like, all things considered, all 4 of these archetypes got some pretty nice support here, and I think a lot of people have a handful of dual terminal archetypes that they would love to see get support here. So this is one to keep an eye out for. If it gets announced, keep in mind that last year this came out late, so like November, which is pretty late. So like this could be revealed as, I would say, like late July, maybe early August. Mid to late July, early August is about the timeline where this would be announced. So in the next couple months, just keep an eye out for this. If it doesn't get announced by August, I would maybe take it as a sign that they're not doing a Terminal World 2 this year. But I hope they do. So that is everything for the OCG side of things, as far as like a lot of new cards coming. Now for the TCG side of things, this is just for the next couple months on what we know is coming to us. Not a ton of stuff. A couple bigger sets, and then nothing really tiny in between just yet. And that's why I like having 2 structure decks a year. I've only had 1 this year. 2 deck build packs a year we normally had. We only have 1 this year. We don't have those like slated for a timeline just yet. So we're a little bit thin on new sets, but they are pretty big ones for what it is, for what it's worth. Infinite Forbidden. So the OCG has this already, and for us, we are getting this July 19th. So we are about exactly a month away, just over like almost 5 weeks away. Really cool to see. This is a really impactful set. This actually has some really cool stuff. The Fiendsmith engine, the Whitewood stuff. There's some other cool rogue strategies getting nice support in here as well as some other generic cards that'll find places in homes and strategies. It's really cool. The important thing as far as reveals go for this is that about a week and a half before this set officially comes out, all of the content creators in the TCG, well, not all of them, but the big ones, will be given boxes by Konami, and they will open them early, or they'll have some news videos that Konami gives them like early information on, and we will find out, 1, the new TCG exclusive archetype. That's pretty exciting. wasn't too thrilled with Ashen, but every single time a new one comes out, if it's cool, if it looks cool to me, I really, really hope that it's good. It's just been a while since we've gotten like an actual good one, aside from like maybe Gold Pride. It's maybe the most recent one. But that's already like 3 or 4 TCG exclusive archetypes ago. After that, we'll have some OCG imports revealed from the box openings and some random TCG exclusive cards that like also will be, you know, just out of nowhere. We got Haggard Lizardos in the past core set. That's actually a low-key, just like nice generic card that has already seen play in a couple of random decks. So that's kind of cool. Hopefully we get some stuff like that. So yeah, that'll come out a week and a half probably before this set comes out. So maybe like July, I guess I would say July 10th-ish, July 9th, somewhere around there will probably be when all the content creators are releasing all their information, and we will find out all the hidden information about the rest of the set. Next up, we move to the 25th anniversary tin, Dueling Mirrors. This is September 20th for the TCG here. So we skip a whole month, nothing really in August at this point, but we're getting a really big set. We'll probably get a new ban list in between there as well. Or we'll have a ban list in between now and then. And so, you know, things will have changed, and hopefully things feel fresh at that point, so it's not too worrisome. But September 20th, pretty good, I think, for here. I mean, listen, there's going to be some interesting unknown cards here. They always do this. They've done TCG exclusive stuff before. There was the year where they did Dark Ruler No More, D-Shifter, and Nibiru. 3 cards that still to this day hold up as really cool meta warping cards. They are always like somewhat interesting. You always take a look at them. They could always do something like that. I think last year, the year before, they did like random TCG exclusive archetype support, like random Spiral card, random Time Thief cards. Like, I don't know what they're going to do, but there'll be a lot of good reprints for a lot of really good cards that people need. And, you know, this is kind of a mass pleaser for a lot of, especially a lot of budget players who really need help getting some of those expensive cards on the cheap. And finally, the only other set we have announced so far for the TCG is Rage of the Abyss. I'm sure the deck build pack will come. I'm sure the structure deck will come. That stuff will come in due time. But for right now, this is all we got. This set is set to come out in the TCG October 11th, so early October. Yeah, I mean, kind of same thing as Infinite Forbidden. We're going to get the last 48 cards revealed the next 40 days, finishing up this set for the OCG side of things. And then when we get closer, basically as soon as October starts, we will be getting our content creators opening the packs of this, doing their early reveals, and we will find out what the second wave of support looks like for the new TCG exclusive archetype, as well as OCG imports, other random TCG exclusives, and go from there. I'm excited. These core sets look good. These are 2 of the better core sets I can remember from recent memories. We've had a decent amount of like mediocre ones, but these 2 actually hit a little bit harder so far. We'll see how they finish up. Rage of the Abyss not even halfway revealed yet, but we'll see. And hopefully there's good stuff there. But yeah, I think that's everything I wanted to cover for today. Nothing too crazy. I've already made a video about this. Konami has been slimming down a little bit on how many products they've actually releasing in 2024 as opposed to the last couple years. Like I said, 1 less structure deck this year, 1 less deck build pack this year. A little bit lighter. It feels like there are months that don't have anything new set-wise that like otherwise a structure deck would have slotted in there, a deck build pack would have slotted in there, and like it would have make things feel a little full. But to be fair, some of those sets have not been the most popular sets in recent memory. A lot of the deck build packs feel really underwhelming when like one archetype's really good, the other ones aren't, and then that archetype ends up being skyrocketed price-wise, and there's not great reprints, yada, yada, yada. Bunch of stuff like that. So I don't know, like it's interesting. I'm not here to say whether it's better or worse. I kind of need to see some of the execution on like the deck build pack and the rest of Rage of the Abyss and the structure deck and stuff. If it's all executed well and there's like legit interesting stuff that's like gonna actually make the set sell no matter what, then I'm in. But like if it's kind of more of the same but just less, then I don't know if I necessarily feel like that is the solution, but we'll see. That's a topic for another day. I am out of here for today regardless. Let me know your thoughts down below, what you are most excited to see. I would say at this point I'm most excited to see the new archetypes from the deck build pack, specifically Malice, but I'm also keeping my eyes open for the other 2 archetypes as well. You never know when you'll find a hidden gem that you weren't expecting to kind of knock you off your feet and, you know, kind of take you away as your favorite archetype. You never know. But I'm out of here for today. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel for more videos like this one down the line, keeping you updated on all things Yu-Gi-Oh! News. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Peace.